Good morning, you guys. How's everybody doing today? Give me two hands up unless you're driving. If you're doing good. Awesome. Let's get those cameras on. I love seeing the faces, feeling your energy. It's just no fun talking to black screens. So go ahead and take a minute, turn on your camera. We want to get started today with it's called Happy Monday. But I want you to make sure you grab a pen and a notepad. You're going to need that today. I'm not going to talk at you today. I'm going to guide you through getting your Monday started and getting ready for the week and writing some things down. So if you're able to be in a spot where you can take a minute, sit down, get a pen, get a paper, you're going to need that today. I don't know if I said my name was Abigail Kluttz, and I'm from Kansas City. I am a single mom of a precious little girl named Charlotte. She is about to turn 7 years old. She loves horses, getting ready to plan her a Western birthday party. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to start looking on Amazon for cheap stuff to bring into the party. But so that's definitely in a planner today. And I absolutely love setting goals. I love Mondays. I love new months. And I was part of the inception of Pruvit 4 years ago. So let me tell you about being in one thing for almost 4 years. It's really not my personality, to be honest. How many of you are like serial entrepreneurs and you move on and you move on and you move on and you move on? So it always has stayed exciting, ever changing. The people here, they come in, they go out. Our goal is to try and, help everyone create the type of business that they want. But I love how this career never looks the same each day, each week. And that's why I feel like Mondays are super important to take it to the books, define your goals, define what is important to you today, this week, this month. We have 2 more weeks left of our Rhino Run. And what can you do in 2 weeks, right? And then we have Keto Academy and more coming up. What can you do before that event? Because you want to start building momentum coming out from that. And that's every single action step you take today. So what I wanted to do today is take you through the DMO. Woke up this morning, really defined my goals for this week and for today. So as I ask you the questions, you're going to want to write. You're not going to want to stare at me on the camera today. That's why I didn't even put my makeup on. It's because I don't think you need to look at me. I think you need to look down at your notepad and really do this exercise. So I see a few people kind of walking around, and that's cool. Maybe you'll need to go back over the replay, but you're not going to get anything out of today if you're not able to write these things down. That's what you got to do on Mondays. So if you've never been guided or led through writing something down on Monday, Monday is Motivational Monday. I don't know about you, but sometimes like I can go get motivation by watching a 3-minute video. I want to help take your motivation and put it into concrete goals for the rest of the week. So getting started here today, probably the person that inspired me the most, I started around Christmas with Mel Robbins. How many of you have heard of her? How many of you looked into Mindset Reset? So last Friday, I watched her do a live video, and she'd been traveling a lot. She's getting ready to go home. Her children, one of them's getting ready to, I think it was have prom. 1 or 2 others are in college. Like she's got them all over the place, and she is full-time. She just got done talking about meeting with people for a TV show. She gets up, she's consistent. She continues to do these live videos. I don't know how, but she was like sitting in Disney with a bunch of kids screaming behind her. Looked like she had just barely survived getting on the camera in time for the live. And, she had just a real honest moment, and she was like, I'm burned out. She's like, I'm really tired. I'm really burned out. I'm feeling kind of empty. And, we at Pruvit, we call it a DMO. What is your daily method of operation? And, maybe jumping on this call is part of your DMO, because you need to be engaged. You need to be part of a culture for you to have success that day and that week. But this Zoom does not replace any kind of income generating activity, right? Like if this is the only time you have during the day, then forget me, leave it on and start messaging people and then go do a replay later, because watching this won't make you money, but it will train you. And so I think what we're about to go through right now, if you've been in a burnout phase, if you've been tired, if you've not been motivated, if you've lost your inspiration, what she was talking about was you probably have lost your consistency in your morning rituals. You've probably stopped getting up and writing your goals, writing out your list from the day, defining what you want to do that day, what that week is, what's the important task at hand. And what, from my own life, what I know starts happening is I stop writing it out and I get to the end of the day and I'm like, crap, I didn't sell any trial packs today. Or you get to the second week of a month and you're like, I have no orders. I have no orders. I don't even know who's in my pipeline, because you're just going throughout your day just like the wind would cast you like a leaf. Like you've got to know what it is you're going to conquer before the day is over, or every night you go to bed, you eventually start struggling with a little bit of shame, because you didn't show up for yourself. You didn't show up for your business. And then what happens, I'll tell you what happens after 4 weeks of this, after a month of this, or after 6 weeks of this, of you not being responsible for your own activity. And hey, I've been there. You start saying, this doesn't work. I got to go find a job, a job. Like this isn't paying anything. And the real truth is, if you had a job from 9 to 5, you would get fired if you didn't show up. But when you don't show up for yourself, you just start developing shame, and then you blame, shame, and justify why this isn't working. And the point is, you got to go back to the morning, right? So this morning, I want to take you back to the morning and hope that this just gives you some guidelines to have a great Monday. And then by the end of the week on Friday, you can look back over this week and you could say, you know what? I nailed 2 out of 3 tasks on Monday. On Tuesday, I did 4 out of 7 tasks I set for myself. And this was the best week I've had in business in almost 77 days, because I wrote it out on Monday. That's what I want from this Zoom today. So here we go. We're going to get started. First, when I woke up this morning, I went to the Bible. I do a 20-minute Bible, get the word of God in my heart, get it in my life, tame my tongue, tame my mind, or else I'm just a mess and a witch to everybody. So I got that coming in. And then the next thing I do is a 20-minute business leadership type of reading. And then the last 20 is something that will motivate me. Because I don't count, these Zooms are awesome, but I won't count on something else to motivate me. I'm going to go dig it out. I'm going to go motivate myself, because that's what an entrepreneur does. It's not waiting for anybody else to come on and drop a bomb and have you all excited, because you'll lose that the next day. You have to develop the consistency to be able to motivate yourself. That's personal development. So what is it in the morning that you could watch or do or say that's going to motivate you and put you in a good place of energy? And one thing Mel Robbins is, when she wakes up, on one of her journals, and she gives this free on her site. This actually isn't the journal I use. How many of you get obsessed with buying calendars, and you buy like 5 calendars and then you're a mess because nothing is in one place? How many of you are like, all right, this is such a cute, sparkly journal. I'm going to buy it and do it. But then you find another journal you like, and then all your thoughts and goals and everything is so scattered out that you are so unorganized. Hi, that's me. All right. So I have 3 journals sitting in front of me. And today I took one, and out to the side, I implemented some things that I like from Mel and some things that I like from this other self-journal. But the one I'm using right now is called a productivity planner. I got sold on Instagram. That's just me. So here we go. It says on there, today I feel. And I think it's really important to check in with yourself. How do you feel today? How do you feel this Monday? And she has on there, it says depleted. So think about these: depleted, fine, good, energized. Okay, I can tell you, as soon as I opened my eyes this morning, I felt and last week I woke up feeling good most days. And so what's important when you wake up is to identify the state that you're in. And I literally, my daughter wasn't with me this morning, and I thought about going back to sleep because I feel and I'm like, if I could get 1 more hour of sleep, maybe I'll wake up on the second round and feel good. Has anyone ever, do you wake up that way sometimes and assess it and what can I do to switch this? Because I want to hit Monday hard. And so, I just made a decision. I don't want to sleep in on Monday. I want to get out of bed and I want to get to it. But I know I'm kind of right now. So I went on, I put the coffee on. I realized the sun was shining. I drank 2 cups of coffee. I was at fine. Okay. Is that fine? So I'm like, you know what? I got to go out and get some sun on my face, and I need to start getting into my personal development. And the other thing I did was I bumped my ketones up earlier. I usually don't have my ketones till after this call because I do my coffee with my cream up until take ketones, go work out. So I bumped up my ketones, and literally I went from fine to good to, after sitting in the sun and doing my 20-20-20, energized, ready to rock it, ready to bring it to you today. So that's self-regulation, going from to energize. And I was cognizant of that because I identified it, and then I thought about things I could do to fix that. I also identified why I felt because I love Mondays. I love Mondays. It's a fresh start, new start. I get to think about new things I want. I get to think about friends I want to bless. I think about what I want to do as a mom this week. I think about what I want to do income-wise during the business, who I want to connect with. It's like all this fresh start stuff, and I got to write it down. But I wanted to identify why I felt and I know that last night before bed, sorry guys, but I can't believe I'm saying this recorded, but women, it's that time. So that hit, and whenever that time hits, I justify myself going to the chocolate drawer. And so right before bed, I literally just I just saw 3 cameras pop on. What is going on? And Tony, I'm sorry, your camera just popped on. But I went to the chocolate drawer, and it was, I took it all. I took it all in because, congratulations, womanhood is just full of stuff like that. And we need chocolate to feel better and reward ourselves for having the bodies and what they take us through. So I did. And I woke up feeling So I identified it. So first of all, if you're feeling first place to start is, are you hydrated? I drank a ton of water. I'm not going to eat sugar today. I wrote it down. I'm not doing sugar today. I had my fair share for the week last night right before bed. And I took my ketones early. I'm going to get a work in after this zone. So identify it. And if you don't feel good, start with your health and start with what you're putting into your body. Okay. All right. So we've identified our emotions. You've done your 20-20-20. That's all for your mindset. That's great stuff. You got to be in the right emotional mindset to do this. So right now, I'm going to take you through some things, task stuff. And this task stuff is no fun if you didn't wake up, identify where you're at, and get yourself in a good place. But we're going to write this down. What are the 5 most important tasks of this week? If these were the only tasks that you completed during this week, you would feel satisfied. So I want you to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's your 5 most important tasks this week? And guys, I'm going to go ahead and go through this. So when we get off the Zoom, come back and put some time in it. Maybe go, I went outside and sat in the sun to fill these out this morning. But get in a place where you're really, because it took me almost an hour to really think about what I wanted to do this week and nail out. So I'm going to literally read you the questions, write them down. I'm going to give you some examples because I always love to hear what other people are doing. I want to be a fly on the wall in other people's head, lives, business. So you get that when you are able to share. But taxes. Taxes. I want to get my taxes done this week. I filed an extension last week. I want to get them done this week to get it off my plate, because I know when I have that heavy stuff weighing on me that I don't do as well in my business. I don't have the creative energy and the free flow and the spirit to go talk to random strangers and get crushed by their no's. All right. So if you want to go for no, that stuff feels a lot better when you're in a good mood and you're not feeling stressed at all. And it still needs to be done because that's your business. If you don't do it 6 weeks from now, you'll have no money to pay your taxes and you won't feel good at all. So I want to get that lifted. I want to get those big crushing rocks off my shoulders so I can do what I want to do in my business. So my taxes, I have to set up a mortgage thing. That's number 2 task this week. My number 3 task this week that it's not, I want to do it, is I want to sell 8 10 days and 5 5 days. That's it. I want to sell 8 10 days and 5 5 days this week. Because lately, as I've been doing my taxes, I've been going over my budget. I've been going over how I want to start aggressively saving. I've been going over new financial goals. I've been cutting off auto shipments. And I just have made this radical change to really minimize the way I'm living right now. And so my personal goal is to actually make $730 this week in trial packs and live off that with my groceries, any out to eat dinners, any kind of nails I want, anything for my daughter, to literally live off of my trial pack money and not touch my bank account. Is that radical or what? It is for me. But we have the opportunity to have a smart ship set up and earn free product coming in. And so when I'm able to sell that and make pure profit, I can literally make $730 this week by selling 8 10 days and 5 5 days. When you really break that down and think about it, you want to live off your trial pack money and get aggressive in your savings and dreams and vacation money with whatever paycheck you begin to make as you climb the ranks and prove it. I'm excited about it. And I'm going to really start hitting aggressively more trial packs just to live during the week off of that and form my new budget around that, because that right there will motivate me to show up every day and do my DMO and try and have conversations to get trial packs out if that's the only money I'm allowing myself to spend during the week. What do you need to do? What do you need to do to put your back up against a wall? And I know if I'm forcing myself into that I'm going to grow my business, because the more trial packs you get out, the more you win here. All right. So what is motivating you to get trial packs out? That's motivating me a lot. And had I not sat down, written it out, gone through my own taxes myself for the first time, started creating all last week, I was in a rabbit hole looking at things, looking at silly money I'm spent like, and that is what launched me into this week thinking these are my new business goals and this is my new mindset. So that, and then the other thing I want to do is buy one calendar and get it all right there. And then the fifth thing was making sure I do excellent job hosting this week, and also planning a keto life party mid-month. I'm going to plan that this week. So those are my 5 most important things. Your second question, after you hit these 5 important tasks that you want done this week, what are the next most important 5 tasks that you can do? And here's the thing, you're not allowed to touch these next 5 until you complete the first 5. So there may be something that you're really excited about doing, like maybe planting flowers outside, and that excites you. But if I don't sell 8 trial packs of 10 days and 5, I'm not going to go plant in my stuff, because I'm not going to go buy the flowers till that's done. So what are your second 5 that you want to do this week that you just won't let yourself do until you knock out the first 5, but you really want to get to it? That will motivate you to knock out the most important things. And how many of you find yourself during the week doing just silly stuff that's not helping you grow your business, that's not helping your relationships, that's not helping you with your finances, that's wasting your time? Guess what you would not be doing this week if you want to get to task 9, watching TV? I mean, like not sleeping 2 hours in like I thought about doing this morning. Like I want to knock these things out by Wednesday and have a little bit more fun Friday, Thursday and Friday. I just do. So there you go. Write down your next 5, and those you're not allowed to go to till the first 5 are knocked out. And if you're like me, put a little box outside of them, because checking it feels absolutely amazing. Okay, and then finally, you get 5 more for additional tasks. And when I started doing this morning, before I wrote these 5 out, I took a blank sheet of paper and I brain dumped, because I actually wrote my first 5 out, and then I was like, wait a minute, these aren't the most important 5 to me. And I started walking around the house. I'm like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm like, whoa. I'm going to sit down with my pen and paper, and I'm going to do a brain dump. What a brain dump is you set a timer. You can do it for, I did it for 5 minutes. You could set a timer for 3 minutes, and you don't stop writing till everything in your brain is out on paper. If you have trouble sleeping at night, do a brain dump. You're not sleeping because you have so many open tabs in your mind and you're scared you're going to forget things. So when you are in bed wrestling to go to sleep, do a brain dump and just know it's on paper, and you can now come back to it in the morning and you're not going to mess life up. Okay. Yeah. All right. So the next thing is I took the top 5 and I said, what is the most important thing of these 5? It's like, I will win the day with this. I know lots of people have trained on Miracle Morning, but like out of the 5, like if life blows up, what will I not go to bed before I do? And it was getting my mortgage auto thing set up. So I went through a divorce almost 3 years ago. I got help from my ex-husband the first year doing taxes. This is my first year to ever do taxes by myself. I have cried like a baby 1,000 times, because this adulting stuff is so freaking overwhelming. And I knew nothing. And so these things like setting an auto for my mortgage, literally the weight and the stress I carry with this financial stuff, it paralyzes me, and it's paralyzed my business. Just not knowing things and not wanting to ask because I feel so dumb and stupid. And I just shifted my story at one point. I'm like, all right, I got to put on my big girl pants and figure this stuff out. So when I write these tasks down, I know once I knock them out, like I can go hardcore at my business, and I enjoy that. So what's your one thing that you've got to get knocked out? Maybe it's all knocked out and you just got to make some money this week. So, and that's where I want to be. I love when everything's knocked out and off my shoulders and it's time to just make some money and message people and work hard. So the secondary tasks of importance, I put my taxes and trials, additional tasks. And I put by the end of the month, I wrote a monthly business goal. So maybe write that down, monthly business goal. Where do you want to be at the end of the month? I know what I want my income to be that at the end of the week in trial packs. But what I do want at the end of the month is 3 brand new Smart Ship customers and 1 new promoter. That's it. More is merrier. And I'm going to work really hard every day with my trial pack goals and things will come, but that's a non-negotiable. And if I were telling you what my goals were last week, I'm almost to 800 and I'm like 30 away from 800 in new volume. So I always get out of the gate really hard in the first week, optimize the reboots, try and get a few orders in for those who got the reboot so I can lower my stress, because not hitting 800 in new volume has never been an option for me. You leave too much money on the table here at Pruvit to not earn your share pool by not hitting 800 in new volume. So I coach everybody after you've hit your MVP, make it a non-negotiable that you won't hit under 800 if you are planning on climbing through the ranks and becoming a COC and a 7 and an 8. Because if you've made it a habit and that's your thermometer that you will not get under 800, then when you hit a 6 and you have actually 5 teammates to help, you won't be as stressed out and you know how to put your own oxygen mask on in the first 2 weeks as you're helping other people. So that's just how I stand on that. But I would like to have 3 new Smart Ship customers, because I also think about like where's my residual going to be if every month I'm adding these Smart Ship customers. So the next 2 months, I'm looking for more promoters. That's really where a focus has been for me. And then finally, after that, notes, I have an extra space line that I'm going to be able to read every day. And I just kind of laid out, we've talked in social media traction about the pillars, about what you identify with. Who are you, Angela? Who are you, Katie? Like, what am I going to post this week? And I just gave myself a little bubble that today I'm going to post about leadership, tomorrow, purity, Wednesday, keto, Thursday, fitness, Friday, like the business mother balance. I gave each day a topic. So it still gives me a lot of wiggle room to create with how I feel that day. But when I wake up that morning, I know kind of where I'm going to read, because whatever I'm reading is going to be more where I post, and I'm getting myself motivated for that. And I want to do 2 lives at the minimum, and the rest can be posts, and it can be around those topics that day, or something else may inspire me to go live, and I'm always open to that. But the minimum for the week is 2 lives and 5 days showing up on my windows, on my walls of posting. So I gave myself those subcategories so I can't wiggle out and say I can't think of anything today. So that's it, guys. That's laying out how to start your Monday. So 5 most important tasks, your secondary 5 tasks, your other 5 tasks. By the way, one of my, like on the lowest tasks, it was to fix my front door, get groceries, because who needs food when you're keto? I better get those first 10 knocked out. My daughter's going to be cranky. I want to get my nails done. So that is number 13 on the list, and that will be my reward for completing the first 12. And I want to clean up a guest bedroom. I can keep that door shut for now, but every time I open it, it stresses me out. But I am not going to go take 4 hours to do that until I've sold my trial packs this week, because in my priorities, the selling of my trial packs is more important than my business and sitting 5 hours to go clean up a guest bedroom. That actually would be a procrastination tool for me to not work my business. And I would be like, oh, I cleaned. Like, it doesn't need to be clean. The door can stay shut. What I need to do is hit my goal, and then the cleaning will be a reward, which is just sick and twisted and means now I'm an adult. And the final thing was selling a few things on eBay for, I have some like charity love causes. And so I'm going to like earn it to give it. It just means more to me that way. So that's it. I hope this helped you guys. I have not looked at the chats. There are 89 comments. Any questions with right now? We're at 45 because toys. I would also say with the selling of things, do you have any teammates that you really wanted to get to more, or do you really want to go to get to more? Maybe this week, one of your tasks is to sell shit. Seriously, how much stuff do we have sitting around that if you just got on Amazon or on eBay could pay for a plane ticket, and you could go crash with someone in a hotel room, and it would take your business to the next level next year? I know people say that all the time, but like, really, put it on your goals, put it on your tasks, put it at number 12, So, okay. I know I never cussed, dang it. Okay. Tony's like, yeah, but yeah, that a girl. Okay, guys, that's it. We're going to have a great week. So I'll be hosting this week. Tomorrow night, we may, for the profile, do a little bit of Hispanic stuff and give you a tool that you could share with Hispanic people. How many of you would like that? Yeah, right. That's a focus. So, we're going to, do that on one of the profiles at night, the Tuesday night call. And then tomorrow you have Nate Justice, who's going to bring you attraction, which I literally went to him and I'm like, I've seen your business change completely in the way you show up on your wall. And I know him and Anna and their team have done so much work with Ray Higdon. And I like got in a group one time and did nothing and felt awful about it. So I was like, Nate, will you teach tomorrow on the lives? And so I'm really excited about that. And then connection piece is going to come from Sarah Lovely out of Canada, who is just beautiful, awesome. If you've never heard her speak, you're in for a treat. She's just very cool woman. And then on Thursday, Stephanie Stewart is going to do Experience and Roll. How many of you know Stephanie? She's the crazy blonde driving all over America right now in a keto Jeep. And I have been with her, and there is they hear no stone unturned, no person unheard from her mouth on the offer of a trial pack and experience. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from her. And then Brian James will bring it home on Friday. Guys, I got to be honest, I didn't check my pulse today, which is a part of a DMO. So I did, by the way, DMO, get off here after you do your goals and do it. I was so set on trial packs. I filled my storylines up with all trial pack things. And then I went and said my happy birthdays. I went and commented on people who had commented on my stuff. And I just got straight into the game. So please go check your pulse. That's awful hosting behavior right there. And we will see you back here tomorrow at 11:15. All right. Have a good day.